Alright, now. Oh, poor Cowlick stressing himself out with the bosses. Let's get everything going. Yeah, I'm actually quite happy with this little area. It's a really pretty one. Day is rising. Let me go and turn on my mist generator. Sun. There we go. But yeah, I'm actually really, really happy with this little area. Really, really happy with it. Let's split these up. Actually, why was I splitting them up? You're more than welcome, Demi. Pop by any time. Right, okay. Well, what else can we do here? If there is much else at all. I can make the painting frame, but I don't know what I would be making it for. So I guess we'll wait on that one. Pop this in here. Pop those in. Oh, keep some gear for my servants. Oh, I didn't even realize that that was a thing. Thank you very much for the advice there, Bilal. Hey, Aavak. Well, I definitely don't need the books, but you can grab anything you want there. Oh, closing the door on your face. Oh, besides pants, you don't need pants for the servants. Okay. I'll go and pop those back then. He says as he pops the pants in there. God damn. No, by all means, you keep it, Demi. I can make my servants crossbows. I can make my servants whatever. So many. Just... Oh, that's my fishing rod. So many items that have just been dropped by things over time. Keep the books too. They're useful as components for research down the line. Oh, right. Okay. Well, there we go. I feel bad. It's like, yeah, people can have the stuff that I've grown out of, and everyone in chat is like, no, you haven't grown out of it yet. I deeply appreciate chat warning me that I was about to be a derp. I feel bad. False advertising, Aavak is bad. Aavak. Let's go and see if I can't fish. Can I fish around here? Is there anywhere to fish? Can I mine for fish? I cannot. Much sad. Here's a catch fish. Keep an eye out for bubbling water in lakes and streams. Oh well, we'll keep an eye out then. The game is really good about that. Very little actually becomes useless once you have the Devourer. Fair enough. I'll bear that in mind. Book thief. Rude. That one time in Skyrim, notwithstanding. 7 minutes and 17 seconds. There we are. Okay. Right, well, I guess I'll just drop off the book in here for now. In 7 minutes, we can finally interact with our servant. I'm actually going to need more of these chests. Well, I suppose. 6 planks and a bunch of copper ingots. I should make a storeroom. There really should. But things are a bit tight for space right now, so I'm just going to have to leave that there. Silver resistance brew. I would still take damage from holding the silver no matter what, from what I understand, so that's kind of not as useful to me. That might be a decent ability, but I kind of feel it probably isn't. All the abilities, I liked this one more. Oh, apparently as your resistance increases, the more silver you can carry before you start taking damage. Right. Well, in that case, it absolutely is worth me keeping around me then. Thank you very much for the advice there, chat. Much appreciated. How much paper have I got? Got a lot of paper, actually. Also got a decent couple of bones in there, too. Alright, another 4 minutes there, but we should be able to research one random thing. We've discovered... Well, there we are, Merciless Nightstalker Vest. Wonderful. That looks actually quite dapper. Let's go and make it. I'm going to need this, no doubt. And the thread as well. And 8 copper ingots. Oh, they're going to be down here because I just put them there, didn't I? I've learned my lesson on pressing that bloody sort button in my own inventory. New. Alright, let's make you. There we are. Plus 40 max health, and this gives me my 4 items, and thus increasing my physical power by 2 and increasing my gear level by 1. Doesn't actually look different at all, really. For a while. Good enough. I would love to get a cloak, though. If we can make that happen, I will be a happy, happy Aavak. Let's go and drop this off then, down here. And before we leave, 3 minutes, oh my lord. He's watching a boiling kettle right now. Raid done. Now I can play too. Hooray! Yeah, the icon looked a lot more dapper, to be honest, yeah. Still lots of slots on the Dapperling server. It's not even 25% utilized. And as you can see, people are super friendly. So it's not going to be your nightmare PvP scenario. No, indeed it is not. If you would like to join, the deets can be found on the Dapperling Discord in the House of Fun section. Yeah, that is quite unfortunate, Perpetual Cowlick. Especially considering the game is in many other ways so it's got such high attention to detail. But oh well. That's fine. I don't want to leave before I've checked out what the servant can do, because it's gonna... Oh, yeah, unlocks the blueprint throne. I very much would like a throne. I don't know, call me old-fashioned, but I feel a seat of power should actually be a seat, you know? I can almost certainly store this somewhere. There we are. Perfect. But yeah, this is still early access, and that's actually something I'm very guilty of not pointing out more. This game is early access, which is frankly mind-boggling, considering how much there is to do in it. So there's still a lot that could change. I could very easily see this being the next Valheim release in that regard. Valheim kind of ticked a lot of boxes, especially amongst creatives. The opportunity to build and build very unique structures. I think that drew a lot of people to Valheim. And there was, as much as some people say, oh, I hated the graphics. The graphics are like super, super, super old school gen. Why I've got this amazing machine, why am I looking at arse graphics like that? I don't think the level of creativity in that game could have been achieved if they had tried to go for something more realistic. But this is definitely in the same vein as Valheim in that regard with its EA release. They've done an amazing job. I joined when I got the game, but sadly Ark really broke me on servers. I can't even load my old Minecraft servers without having PTSD from Ark Survival Evolved. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Ark was an interesting one, wasn't it? It was an interesting one. It was super, super fun to play with friends, but you had to find a really good server to have a generally engaging and enjoyable experience. In the way that I think the game was intended to be played. Rather than just, a grief fest. A lot of people I know stopped playing Ark largely because they would get on of an evening, play like 5 or 6 hours, have a great time, train up some dinos, build a bit of a base, log off, go to work, come back the next day, log on to all of their dinos being dead and their base having been just stripped of anything, and that just kept on happening, and I can very much see why that was not exactly enjoyable. Right, servant coffee. Name. Oh, well. I think this has to happen now. All right. We're gonna do the usual Nightbot raffle. Jeeves. I mean, honestly, we could easily go for a lot of actual lore-centric names if we want to, but we're just gonna do a keyword raffle, and the keyword shall be. What keyword should we go for? Oh, you know what? It makes so much sense, actually, to do this. Here we are. Keyword's going to be hashtag Renfield. Go ahead. You got a couple of minutes. You just have to type hashtag Renfield in chat to be in with a chance to be selected. And when the name is selected, Renfield Leafy Poo. Wow, you don't miss a trick, do you? Poor Leafy. But when the name is selected, we're going to need someone to cough up some dapper ducats. You don't get a name for free. No, no, no. Doesn't need to be you, though. Anyone can pay. There we are. Straight away, Elof Heater, Mischievous Peacekeeper, Nereus Sky, Xenophanes, already prepaying the name. Because the Dapperlings are just that dapper. So whoever wins, and the next 3 people after them, don't need to worry about the money. Right. Make that the next 5 people. Raph and Hawk as well, thank you very much. Okay, let's see who's going to get the name. I'll give you 5 more seconds. If it's hard to type, actually, I'll give you another 30 seconds because it might be typing on a phone, and that's just a pain. But if you're typing on keyboard and mouse, just copy and paste what other people have already typed. It'll be super, super fast. That's the beauty of it, Salis Noctin. Even though you've got 10.6k, you don't need to pay because someone else has already paid for you because they're super, super kind. Arden Drub. I'm broke, chat. Too much corruptocracy. Marvelous. All right, we're going to roll it, and boom! Bad Credits has won. All right. If one of the mods could clear off one of the naming games, that would be super amazingly kind of you. Bad Credits, you are, in fact, our first thrall, I guess. Wow, look at you. Servant infantry. Okay. You can have a breast. Well, you can have pants. I was lied to. Let's grab... Take all. And go grab those pants. But this is how we're going to go through and name all of the things. No, I'm not sure. Does the weapon I give them matter? Like, should I match the weapon to their class or something? Well, actually, you've already got a weapon and a shield. Nevertheless, bad credits. Here you go. Some gloves, some pants, a breastplate, some boots. I can give you a ring as well. I mean, you're holding an axe, so I'll give you the axe. Dunk. Oh. Oh, and you actually hold on to items in your inventory as well. Okay, nice, nice, nice. Gear level is 14. I should go get your ring. Hold tight, bad credits. You're level 14. There's almost better gear than the vampire has. I've got much better gear, thank you very much, you scallywags. Should easily be able to... Actually, I probably got enough grave dust now to make myself a gravedigger ring, so they could have my hand-me-down ring as well. Let's claim this. Tunk. Command your servants from the castle's throne. Gotcha. So I'm going to need some bones to make a... Oh dear. Oh, are you burning up as well? Oh, crap. Ow. That hurt. Did my servant just unalive themselves? Did they? Please tell me they did. Oh, thank goodness they didn't. Oh, that would have sucked. I thought they had. Well. Lesson learned. Let's make a bone ring. No, keep the other naming game points there. They can go to paying for future names. As and when. Because I'm probably going to make a couple of servants, I imagine. And at the end of the stream, any that haven't been used, I'll refund them. Or if I forget, by all means. Right, so... Got that ring. So now we need to upgrade it a bit. And what do I need first? To upgrade it to this ring, I need... Actually, why did I do that? I'm such dumb. I didn't need to make the blood. I got so distracted by the fact that I almost killed myself. Oh well, I'll probably need a second ring eventually anyway. Grab all of those. What else did I need for that ring? But thank you so much, Mai, for taking care of that. Plant fiber. Because of course plant fiber of all things. I'm really interested to see what I can do with my servant. I did my job! Chat. Thank Mai for doing her job. Belial and Mai do a lot of heavy lifting. They unlike Demi of Derp, who I am always praising, Belial and Mai have been around long enough that I mostly tease. So it's very important that every now and then we do point out that Mai and Belial do a really good job. Otherwise, they might start to feel that Demi of Derp is the favourite, and they might start to bully them. This is how I keep the mods from rebelling, you see, is I make sure there's a lot of infighting. I keep them distracted with each other. But thank you so much to all of my mods. Leafin included, even though he's not around right now, the scallywag. But seriously, they are all fantastic, and these streams would not nearly be as good without their constant help and, you know, kind of herding me like a cat occasionally when I forget what I'm doing. Let's grab some of this. Now, do I actually need that to be on all the time? I mean, I could easily keep it fueled with bones. I could just go out on a bone hunting spree and just come back with enough bones to keep that going for a bajillion years. If I really, really wanted to. But I would like to get that upgraded, yeah. Look. Aavak is a scallywag, that is true. I mean, you know, sometimes. Only if I like you, though. Tonk. There we are. Perfect. Now, how does one build a throne, I wonder? Dominance. A castle throne. Now, I can eat... Oh, my lord. 4 greater blood. And iron ingots, actually, as well. So that's going to be a little while out. But we can either have this, and this one's much... very much styled in the same way as this. So it's black, red, and gold. Or we can go for something a little bit more sedate, I guess. That one's ultra ornate. This one, I don't know. We shall see. I will maintain, though, that right now I feel that this grave doesn't look as good as the regular one. If I have the right room and I've got the walls and all the other accoutrements that kind of balance it, I feel it would look lovely. But right now in this space, this grave is way too bling. Painful bling. Alright, we know what we need to do then. I need to go and do a bit of a hunt. I'll upgrade my ring first, but then we're going to go out and do a bit of a hunt. Actually, I need to grab grave dust. Now I can upgrade my ring. What? Oh, that's just... Oh, never mind. I made a... Oh, I'm dumb. I made a spare ring. Sorry, I made that ring for them thinking that I was going to upgrade it. I should have just read it. I'm so guilty of if I think I know what... if I think I know what's going to be written, I don't read it. And it's a coping mechanism for my dyslexia and the fact that I'm reading English. I predict what I'm reading at least as much, if not probably more, than I actually read things. Because it's the only way that I can have anything approximate to a reasonable reading speed. And it makes me very, very vulnerable to not bothering to read things if a pattern has already been established. I'm just looking for shortcuts. Which, you know, on some level is kind of completely fair, because that's basically one of the things the brain is best at. The brain is amazing at using shortcuts. Less so at other stuff. Now, okay, so, quick question, chat. For those who know, will bad credits over here mess themselves up if they wander outside in the garden in the day? Or will they go out there, start taking damage, and be like, ha, this is dumb, and walk back inside the castle? Do I basically need to leave that brazier on at all times to keep bad credits from killing themselves on the sun? Mischievous Peacekeeper, thank you very much for the 15 months, mate. Diolch yn fawr iawn. I'm pretty sure they're not vulnerable to the sun. Well, then, scallywags to them. That's just cheating. They're vampires and they don't have to fear the sun. I have to fear the sun. Oh well. At least mine weren't burning earlier in the garden. Yeah, it didn't look like bad credits was either. So, okay, well, I guess I'll accept it. Either way, bad credits, yeah, I keep the house safe while I'm gone. They try to be smart too, including when fighting. Oh, okay, nice. Very nice. Now, my first question is bad credits going to politely smash visitors in the face to welcome them to Aavak. That is a very good point. That is actually well, it says that they're turning them into vampires. This is the thing, is it specifically says converting humans to vampires. Now, if they had said converting a human to a thrall, and I kind of hope they do that, actually, because that makes a lot more sense. Because that's, you know, that's the whole thing the vampires did. They can't be active in the day. In the day, they're intensely vulnerable. Because one thing that a lot of people assume is that vampires just decided to be nocturnal because in the day it was dangerous for them. You know, they can't go out in the sun, so they just busy themselves inside the house at night and you know, may as well sleep then. But traditionally, by law, Striga and Strigoi, etc., they didn't need to sleep. They didn't get fatigued like people did. They didn't sleep because they were tired. They slept because daytime made them sleepy. It wasn't anything to do with exposure to sunlight, and it wasn't anything to do with the amount of effort that they had exerted. And it wasn't just sleep. They hibernated during the hours of daylight. They became incredibly vulnerable at those times. So they would have thralls, human servants who were active in the day to protect them, because they couldn't protect themselves in the daytime. You know, with some varying... Again, something that someone pointed out on the last stream, and it's very true. There's lots of versions of vampire lore, especially in older countries. So they would have human thralls. They were useful servants. There's a lot of things a vampire couldn't do because, you know, the human world kind of does stuff in the day. Vampires not traditionally active, and they couldn't be active in those times. They had to sleep. And again, they were compelled to be asleep during that time. It wasn't because they were tired. I keep saying that, but they were tired. It was basically a mystic exhaustion. They had to sleep. They hibernated in the day. Right. So that would be really cool if they actually changed that. I think that would actually be very, very cool. I'm going to go out and I'm going to go and hunt some things. I need A, lots of paper so I can get more research done. I need B, an awful lot of those unsullied hearts, I think. And also I wouldn't mind going and taking out the Chaos Archer, because that will give me That will give me the Devourer. The Devourer, as we saw over in Leafin's place, looks bloody amazing, because A, it's a mimic, but B, it eats the crap that you don't want. Rude. Rude. So rude. Why? Crazy rude. Aww. Really? My crossbow has a range limit? What the dickens? Rude. No, come back. Hi. I'll just be taking all of these. No, Gollum, I don't want to play. Goodbye. Arrows of magic. That's fair, actually. It's not like I've got a quiver, so I really can't complain too much. I've got magic arrows, an infinite supply of magic arrows, and they do have a range limit. Okay, fair enough. I mean, real arrows have a range limit. It's more than, you know, just like slightly out of arm's reach. And it's super cute. Monchi Boy. What? What are you talking about, Monchi Boy? Let's have a look for a decent meal. Rogue 100%. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just punch you and then eat you. This is my third 100%. I've had 100% warrior, 100% creature, and now 100% rogue. Alright, 50% chance on critical strike to expose victim's armor, increasing damage taken from all sorts by 15%. 12 to 25% reduced cooldown on travel skills. 100% chance to critical strike on next physical attack after using a travel skill. 8 to 15% movement speed, and 10 to 20% chance to critical strike on weapon attacks. Nice. Oh, balls, you're quite right. I should have captured 100% servant. Oh, well. I need another hearts to be able to do that, though. So it's going to be a little while. Sadly. It will. It's going to be a little while before we get there. We'll get there, but it is going to take some time. Hang on a second. Where's the blood? Blood? There we are. I will try and get a coffin as soon as I can, and then see about getting a 100%er. Might require quite a lot of looking. Yeah, the 100%er looked too tasty. I couldn't suppress my vampiric urge to delight in the refined taste of the 100% blood. No dilute, sullied blood for me. No. Only the finest 100% blood is good enough for my delicate palate. Are you down here somewhere? Oh, hello, Stone Golem. How about no? Lydia is over here. Lydia, where are you? So pure, so clean. Also, look at the beautiful red colour of the blood orb. I know. No dirty bits inside. I'm gonna be honest. There's memeing about this sort of stuff. And then there's hearing yourself say it, and you're like, I would only need to take a step to the side, contextually, and this would be so bad. So bad. It is such a narrow knife's edge that I am walking right now. Dear God. The White Winter Wolf, thank you very much for the 3 months. Is Chaos Archer up here, maybe? I'll just go and say hello. Regardless, let us totally take you out. Hi. Skeleton Priest. Thank you very much. Grave Dust will be very much appreciated. I need a lot of that stuff, usually. Chaos Archer roams, yeah, that makes sense. Whoop. Nope. No. Naughty. There's also daytime. Why? Stop. I need to hunt around for the grave dust a little bit more than creating it out of bones. That's very early game, it feels like. And now that I have actually got a reasonable means of manufacture, I should really be doing other things. Well, I've got to go. A friend of mine is having her birthday party in a little bit. It's going to be a bonfire type birthday party. If you're still streaming when I get home, I'll drop back in. Oh, take care, Salios Noctin. Enjoy the party. I hope your friend has a wonderful birthday. I'll go down there. Well, there's a way out in this direction, so I'll head there. Actually, there is totally a way out, just jumping down from here. So I will do that. Whoop. Ah, heck yeah, I got fancy bookshelves! Nice, Kira. Bold of Cain to not desire the blood of lesser vampires. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's, well, it's dead blood. It's like each pre-chewed food. If anything, farm-raised human is where it's at. Farm-raised human. There we go. Organic. Free-range human. That's the best. Everyone knows that. Grass-fed. No, I think that ruins them. Actually, what you need your free-range human to be fed on grass-fed cows. It eventually gets to grass-fed, but it has a couple of extra steps with humans. I am having an amazing time here, Almir. So I missed the end of the stream yesterday, but still crumbled and bought this anyway. Hey, Duncurtin, I hope to see you on the server, mate. Kobe human. It's people who have eaten exclusively Kobe beef. Oh my lord. Does that mean we can also get Angus human? Oh, does Angus human Are they all called Angus? Because that would be amazing. Only fed on Angus beef. Truly. The best humans. Free range Angus human. What if we feed the humans human? Is that like a turducken? Oh god. Well, I mean, the thing with the turducken is it's while it's a bird with a bird with a bird inside, they're different birds. I guess you could kind of this. Okay, again, coming back to the earlier comment I made about you walking the knife's edge, let's avoid the obvious pitfall of just like hurling ourselves off the cliff, the yeeting ourselves, YOLO style, off the cliff, and instead go for a different angle. Perhaps you've got to have different classes of humans. So you've got like your nobles that have been stuffed with your kind of tradesmen, which have then been stuffed with your peasant farmers. Or you could go from a different angle, and you could have like Kobe humans that have been stuffed with an Angus human that have been stuffed with a vegan. Because that would be the human version of turducken, I feel. I really do feel that that would be your human turducken. Though with the whole thing with Kobe and Angus, there's still two beefs. How about we and we could go with lamb and pig, but let's not. Let's go with fish, okay? So we have humans that have exclusively been fed on a fish diet, stuffed with humans exclusively fed on a meat diet, stuffed with humans exclusively fed on a plant diet. There you go. We would hold the best vampire banquets. Vampire banquets. Oh my god. That might actually be the natural kind of destination that the vampire banquets go to, because once all of the vampires come along and taste our amazing human turducken amalgamation, then that just overcome with passion. But the human, oh my god, I just don't even it's so exhausting being me. So exhausting, truly. A banquet, yes. We've invented a new word. We have invented the banquet. Imagine, chat, the banquet didn't exist before us. We are doing God's work right now. This reminds me of the time when I can't even remember what it was now. It's been that long ago. But me and my friends were just sat around talking absolute nonsense. Probably after a couple of drinks. And someone says something just incredibly quotable. It was just, and it was like, oh my god, that would be an amazing name for like some sort of like Tinder-like site. And so we registered the domain, and we just had the domain for ages. It was half a joke, and I think some were like, yeah, it kind of probably would be a decent business. There's no part of me that's like, banquets. I mean, there's probably a market. You would probably get some pretty high-class, exclusive clientele as well. Because, let's be honest, the sexy parties... There's reasons why there's NDAs for those, and it's not the regular everyday man that goes. That's the reason for the NDA. The reason for the NDA is the extremely wealthy people that go to the sexy parties. Because of course the banquets would have to have a mask, and then it'd be like kind of a masquerade banquet. Fine dining, and then fine other things afterwards. I need to start following this blood trail. And stop talking about banquets. Fine dining, fine bonking. Yeah. The finest. Otherwise, why even have a banquet?